Yuhan was shocked to find that a large amount of floods were coming at him with a super speed. He was so scared that he pulled up his little brother and ran away. But the speed of the flood was too fast, like a wild beast that went crazy and swept the entire forest. They were about to be completely submerged by the flood. But at the moment, Yuhan hurried to use the rubbish bin next to him to pull his brother up to the tree. Fortunately, he climbed up to the tree at a critical moment and the two escaped. Just when he thought the flood would soon go away, an even bigger disaster was coming at them. A few 100,000 meters away from the city, a huge black hand seemed to be swallowing the whole world. The sudden tsunami made the whole city shake. People ran into the building in terror, trying to seek shelter. But in the face of this huge disaster, the power of humans seemed so small. The tens of thousands of meters of tsunami was so fast it swept the city center. When the people saw this, they were so scared that they ran upstairs. But the next second, the flood was completely submerged by the waves. In just a moment, this bustling city became a rubble. At first, people thought it was a natural disaster. The crisis would soon be over, but it wasn't. These were all deadly attacks by aliens on Earth. In order to completely eliminate humans, they prepared a 5-wave massacre plan. The first was to launch an electromagnetic pulse, cutting off all the electronic signals on Earth. The car was blown up and the plane crashed. The whole world was like a hell in the world. Darkness and chaos fell in an instant. Then came the second wave of attacks. They caused strong earthquakes and tsunamis. The coastal cities were swallowed up. Countless people lost their lives. After 2 fatal blows, the number of casualties on Earth has exceeded 30%. But before the third wave of attacks, they used birds to launch a terrifying virus. In just a week, the virus spread rapidly among the people. Human civilization was in a crisis of extinction. In order to prevent the virus from spreading further, the rest of the people were all gathered in refugee camps. They thought they could stay here for at least a while, but they didn't expect the danger to come. That day, a large number of troops suddenly rushed out of the refugee camps. Strangely, these vehicles were not disturbed by the magnetic field. The enemy claimed to save everyone. Because the number of vehicles was limited, they had to send the children to the safe zone first. After the people heard it, they were delighted. They didn't notice any anomaly. In this way, Xiaomei took her brother on the bus. She didn't want to forget to take her brother's doll before leaving. She had no choice but to get out of the car and look. However, when she came back, she found that the bus had already left. When she looked at the room where her father was, she found a group of soldiers killing each other. Seeing this terrifying scene, Xiaomei realized that the enemy was disguised as an alien. Their fourth plan was to gather all the adults and destroy them together. When the aliens left, Xiaomei hurried to the warehouse to check on her father. She found that her father had already lost his vital signs. Such a tragedy made her sad, but she understood that it was not the time to be sad because she had to save her brother as soon as possible. On the other hand, her brother was also brought to the military camp by the aliens. It turned out that their fifth plan was to plant a chip in the body of an underage person and plan to transform them all into aliens to make them hallucinate and kill the same kind. The young man in the crowd felt that something was wrong, so he took the chip secretly in the base station. As expected, they were taken as pawns by the alien and used them to kill the rest of the humans. In order to stop their conspiracy, he and his team members sneaked into the base station to fight against the aliens and placed a lot of bombs in it. At the same time, Xiaomei also disguised as a chip and found her brother in the base station. After everyone successfully evacuated, a bomb was detonated. The base station was immediately moved to a flatland. As the surviving aliens drove the plane to escape, the crisis that they carefully planned ended there.